EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New Orleans Saints. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from the Superdome. And shoves him off at the 20. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. Here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action with Hurts. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. It'll be Hurts on the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Now inside the 25. Michael Thomas, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 85 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. Carr will look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. I know it's still just the first half, but we'll see if that 2 points looms large later.
I would have kicked it. And I know that they were trying to equal the score, but sometimes you kind of get seduced into that. It's the first half. Kick the extra point and continue to play so you don't have to chase points later.
Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to mature.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, 77 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. And they'll try to run with Swift. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And the try for 2, unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run right here with Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Avante Taylor up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Here's Hurts to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Carr throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
29.
To throw his Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second down. Here's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift from 8 yards out. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On play action, it's Carr. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. 3rd and 12.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
In motion right, Olave. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. That is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Carr now on 1st down. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
7:34. Express. 1, later 1.
On 1st down, Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up in.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Later 1. 6:18. Express.
In motion right, Olave. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derek Carr in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here. They'll throw now on the final play. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And I guess guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
808. Express. 637.
Carr to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Carr going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Throwing on first down is Carr. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their defense just helped him out by getting the foot. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. Devontae Smith. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Well, now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up?
And just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Swift. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. They'll try to run with Swift. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
93.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out looking to It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Carr now on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Kill. 29. 29. That's it.
Here's Carr to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Now 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
And an Eagle first down.
Check. 63.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Hurts will throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This is first and 10.
7:34. What's up?
Throwing his car. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.